Remember where you park your car. Row 20.
Woo! Write that down.
Now park road closes at 7:30 tonight. As you get close to 7, Epcot closes at 9. And the Disney Animal Kingdom will be closing at 5. At 7:30 tonight, we're going to have our fantastic show that's laser light. Fireworks, starters, and music. That's on Hollywood Hills and there's just one down there. And right after viewing and speaking. Move on up and on. Early Disney and getting why? If you look at your numbers right in time, you're going to see some white buses.
That's
There are tourist buses that run every 20-25 minutes. And 2 hours after the last park. Hold up, driver, you got a tram in front of you.
Dylan, how was the front part of it?
Come on in.
I don't want to. Which one's the line?
Peter. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Milo. Thank you. Show yourselves.
Sail chipmunk.
All right, Matthew, you want to go good line and have your picture taken with her today? Sure.
that is George's dress and
I kinda thought you'd be good sitting on a backyard bed.
Welcome aboard. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please remain seated throughout the ride and keep your arms and hands within the vehicle at all times. Also, for the safety of our cats and the comfort of those around you, no flash photography and please no use of external video lighting. Well, now that we've taken care of business, let's get this show on the road. Is everybody ready? Hollywood of the 1930s to the top films of today. What better way to start things off than with a look at those glamorous movie musicals? And no one staged more extravagant production numbers during the 30s than Buzz Fever. In 1952, Gene Kelly was singing in the rain. And up ahead, the actress Sam Isaac in 1964 Academy Award for film Very Long.
Nowhere is there a more happier home.
So why do we now move towards the unknown dangers that lurk in the shadows of a big city? This is the Underworld, seen as such classic gangster films as Public Enemy, starring the great James Cagney.
First time I see it. Trouble crossing. Open up and hear me. This one, me, I'm the business executive. Yeah. I'm telling you, a very nice time. Judge comes around, he's gonna leave you some beer, and you're gonna take it. And you're gonna kick him with the dog. And if you don't, somebody's gonna drop by here and kick your teeth out one at a time. With me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing minor technical difficulties. Please remain seated. The great movie ride will continue in a moment.
I'm sorry about the delay, but you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Just who do you think you are? Whatever you say.
Everybody sit tight. Red lights. I hate red lights. Watch this, kid. No more red lights. What's this? Where am I there, Joycey?
And now, the Old West, and two of Hollywood's legendary stars, Clint Eastwood and John Wayne.
It's a little town right here.
Want my opinion, but I reckon you ought to do what you think is best.
Now that we're in the clear, this will be the perfect time for me to collect up all your valuables.
You are witnessing only a week aboard the spaceship Nostromo. Something has gone wrong. One by one, the crew has vanished. And somewhere in the ship, a terrifying creature waits to claim its next
I
victim.
don't like the sound of that.
Warning, remain in your vehicle. The area you are entering is extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution.
This is definitely a bad day. Those who dare defy that curse must pay with their lives.
Halt, unbeliever. Disturb the treasure of the gods, and you shall all pay with your lives.
So what if Hollywood's most unusual genre? No, Lord. During the 1950s, some of the best horror films in the history of motion pictures were here. The action took place in a comic secret area. Enough with off-duty narrative.
This is the jungle, home of Tarzan. Portrayed here by Johnny Weissmuller. Competition for the title role in his first film. When casting the 1932 version of Tarzan the Ape Man, the producers seriously considered
Inside us, we both know you belong with Victor. Hard as work, the thing that keeps him going. That plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll be better. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, for the rest of your life.
Marshall Brothers shouldn't have power here. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you, too.
Very well. I'll bide my time. But just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
The better. Excuse me, sir, which way do we go?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Now why didn't I think of that?
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick, follow the yellow brick road. You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You'll find he is so visible, is you never know his there was. You never know his there was.
There's World City. Oh, we're almost there at last, at last. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like I knew it would be. He really must be a wonderful wizard to live in a city like that.
Ain't it the screw? Ain't it the screw?
All right, next we have security specialist private do not enter. And over here on my far right, I keep this fellow with me in case anybody gets out of line. We call him Corporal Punishment. All right, now these fellas call me Sarge, my friends call me Sarge, my mama calls me Sarge. So if you need to speak to me, what are you gonna call me? Good, we'll get along just fine then. For the first part of this operation, we need some volunteers. Now to volunteer, you raise that hand.
Yeah, I'll take your picture. But I'd like to
Thank you, man. Where are you from? Welcome. You really don't have to salute me, but thank you. Okay.
would like to choose one of the children I have had used, so we're going to use the one that's dressed the most. You have obviously got the brightest pink color I've ever seen in nature. Young lady in bright pink chewing on your hand. Please stand up so everybody knows who I'm talking at. See, that's what I thought was going to happen. I learned my lesson from those two brothers. Yes. Okay, why don't you just mess with my brain then? Come here.
Sorry.
Private Ryan, we're always saving Private Ryan. Oh, a groan is the same thing as a laugh. Right. It was a movie called Saving Private Ryan. How you doing? Hello there. All right, put your hands together for my green army and everybody. All right, man, grab your equipment and fall in formation. Now comes the first.
Out of money.
I just think you could have been at work today. All right, looks good there. All right, let's do a camera check. Let's start out on camera 1, please. There you are. If you see yourself, wave.
Welcome everyone to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Play It. We need to go over a few things before we start the show.
Visit that you and your family will remember forever. Just ask for the Indoor Express. Available only from Star Trek. Non-stop flights leave every few minutes, so don't...
Oh yeah, I remember that place.
At the top of the ramp. At this moment, I'm going to ask you if you're standing, stop right behind the other leg.
Oh, don't
Combination and two. Roll it back. All right, here we go. Remember, just combination and action. That's why we put the three so let's give a nice applause.
And her favorite crew too, Jason and Phil. The cast is on the set and the crew is not standing by. That's standing by.
Roll playback. All right, everyone, girls, we're on the let's make sure. And action. That's it. Turn around. Slide out. Okay, take a deep breath. All right, come on. And then, you won't press your toes. Look back, point to the sky, keep on the pressure of 12 o'clock. Awesome! Let's get that motion, okay. All right, great job, guys. Take the leg of your hand. And then, one more torpedoes approaching fast on the stern. Hands on the your boat, you point to the audience and yell, look out. And cut. What do you think? Let's give that nice one applause. Alright, now let's see what looks like something when we had a computer generated images.
Get like a silver necklace. That's like, no, that's right.
What better way to start the tour than to see our award-winning Miracle Tower? Look up towards the front of the show. It stands 13 stories.
Off with a set of Mickey Mouse ears. Each of those ears weighs in at 2.5 tons. Oh, its 28.5-foot diameter does translate into a hat size of 342 3/8. And the reason we know that hat size is because for the holiday season, we top the tower with the big red stocking cap. But now the Disney-MGM Studios is more than just a theme park. It is also a working production center that features sound stages, outdoor sets, state-of-the-art editing facilities, recording studios, and everything else needed to produce television shows, movies, and even radio shows. We have a number of productions taking place on our. These were taken from a mold of a real P-40 and then built in fiberglass over a steel frame. They actually only built 16 of these for the movie. The rest of the airplanes that you saw lining the runways and in front of the hangars were all built inside of a computer. Well, as we come around the corner, to the left you'll see a small branch of our Greens department, called Sheena, which stars Gina Lee Nolan of Baywatch fame. But now I see we're entering one of our more glamorous departments. This will be the world of creative costuming. Now the costuming Willis from The Sixth Sense, Ashley Riz Orr from Child Star, the Shirley Temple story, Spencer Breslin from Disney's The Kid, and the final cases of hero costumes worn by Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis for Unbreakable. With more than 250 artists and technicians using over 1.5 million yards of fabric a year to create more than 25,000 costumes, we have the world's largest working wardrobe here at Walt Disney World with over 3 million garments in our closets. Now coming up on the right is a small prop storage area, part of which has been taken over by our scenic shop. This is where they do all the black light painting for the various attractions around Walt Disney World, dressed up to look like the ocean floor. Well, I see we're also entering Residential Street. Now, a lot of people tell me they'd love to come and live here at Walt Disney World, and we'd love to have you. But before you pack your bags and get ready to move into this neighborhood, take a good look through the first house on the right. If you look through the front window, you'll see all the way to the backyard. These houses are just facades or false fronts, and there are no interiors or backs to any of the lot. We are busy setting up for the Osborne family spectacle of lights. We're setting out over 5 million Christmas lights in this area, and that's going to be ready just after Thanksgiving. And now, coming up on the left is our most famous home. For 7 seasons, the beige Hawaiian-styled house was the exterior footage was shot here in Orlando, then edited together with interior footage shot on a soundstage in California. Oh, the blue house, also on the left, was Alice's house from the Disney Channel's Adventures in Wonderland. And right across the street, you'll see the television neighbors to the Golden Girls. This was the home of those wacky westerns from the television series F.P. Nest. That starred Richard Mulligan, Diana Manoff, David Leisure, Park Overall, and Bear, who played Dreyfus the dog. Oh, now just ahead of us is the urban counterpart to Residential Street. That, of course, would be New York Street. However, we're going to visit this area a little bit later on. Right now we are going deeper to the back. Now, right on the corner is a red and silver spaceship that was flown by Christopher Lloyd for the movie My Favorite Martian. And director Steven Spielberg used the tank and some of the military-looking vehicles for his film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And notice that the treads on the tank are made out of rubber. That saved a lot of wear and tear on the actors who had to be repeatedly thrown on top of them. The 2 mining cars here from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Oh, and speaking of Doom, we have Judge Doom's infamous Dipmobile from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and a couple of vintage airplanes from the movie The Rocketeer, starring Bill Campbell and Jennifer Connelly. Oh, the long black speedboats from a short-lived television series called The 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage. We've also got a couple of large spaceships from the movie Starship Troopers, and the big silver space pod, and that's Max from the movie Flight of the Navigator. Now, just ahead of us is that large standing set I was talking about before, the one where they're doing the special effects testing. And from the direction we're taking, I see we have gotten permission to go inside. While we're in this area, we will be passing over a very bumpy wooden bridge. So again, for your own safety, do remain completely seated and keep a firm grip on loose articles like hats, cameras, and small children. Now this canyon was modeled after a real thing. I think you did a fairly good job here. The large tanker truck is a good example of a large-scale prop like we saw in the boneyard. But it wasn't easy getting that truck in here. We didn't just drive it across the ravine, so it had to be hoisted over the canyon walls and lowered into place using a large crane. I'll tell you, well, the canyon is quite wet. Well, one of the things they've been working on is the rain sequence. You know, you can't sit around and wait for Mother Nature to provide you with the weather. When the director yells back, you will that it is only raining on the front half of the canyon. Well, that's because the camera can only see in 2 dimensions, so it can't really tell that it's not raining throughout the entire set. There's also a large platform overhead where they set up their cameras so they can shoot down into the canyon. Wait a minute, scene 1. Guys, doesn't you have a shuttle full of people down here? Whoa. Oh, great. I don't think they can hear me. Everybody hold on tight. It looks like you're going to be extras if you can stop. I guess we need everyone completely seated before we can get underway. I understand there's maybe some water on your seat. Thank you, we're all here. Well, now, as you can see, the canyon itself is a steel structure covered with wire mesh, and the wire mesh is covered with cars. As we head back, coming up off the right is a very special airplane. Airports across the country knew this as the 234 Mickey Mouse. This was Walt Disney's private airplane. He bought it back in 1964 and used it on all of his scout missions throughout the Central Florida area, looking for the perfect place to build Walt Disney World. Well, I think he found it because here we are. Yeah. Oh, we are passing our own yard again. In case you missed any of those great photo opportunities before, now's your chance to get those. And speaking of photo opportunities, we have an excellent one coming up. If you will, point your cameras off to the left and up towards the front of the shuttle. As we turn the corner, you get a great picture of me, your tour guide. Yeah, hi. Oh, wait, where'd all the cameras go? Well, I guess we'll get those pictures some other time. Oh, I see a video camera going in the back. Thank you very much. All right. Anyway.
You want my little
From the sun. Oh, and then behind.
Popcorn.